Well, even the 20 years ago, that book Fit for Life, it recommended fruit for breakfast, and if desired, fruit for lunch. And if you want, you could even do fruit for dinner. Like it really focused on fruit kind of being optimal. So right from the beginning, that kind of got in my head was fruit meals in an uncooked raw state are really what we're designed for, right? So I just started incorporating more and more and more of that. And nutrition became the biggest passion. I was reading a book on nutrition, a book on fantasy, a book on spirituality or ethics at all times. I was just reading nonstop. And everything I read pointed towards uncooked raw fruits and vegetables, just more and more and more of it. So I continued that path. I was weight Buddhist by about 16 and a half years ago, but nothing completely tied it all together. I was reading like David Wolf and Sun Food Diet Success System. I remember Nature's First Law was the first raw book I read that at the end of every chapter it says cooked food is poison, and it's very like vehement against cooked food. And I was like, yeah, this makes sense. Like, I got it. Cooked food's poison. Just like, this is it. But I couldn't apply it. I couldn't figure it out. And I was at that time just basically eating what would be considered now raw till 4, where I'd be eating fruit for breakfast, fruit for lunch, maybe a snack of fruit, but then I'd be eating yams or sweet potatoes and broccoli or the occasional vegan pizza, stuff like that. And I went to school for nutrition. At that time, I got registered as a registered holistic nutritionist through the school CSNN, Canadian School of Natural Nutrition. And during that schooling, I went to a vegan health festival. And there was 3 raw food speakers there. And I was really excited about this because, again, I'd been high raw for over 6 months then. I was vegan. I was really interested in it. I wanted to go raw. I just couldn't get it. And the first speaker didn't really get me. Like, I thought it was interesting. But the second speaker was Dr. Doug Graham. And he was glowing, man, literally. And I don't say that lightly. It was everything just kind of met up for me. That was kind of just the point where my entire life really shifted, because before that, I was still doing this for skateboarding. I just wanted to heal faster so I could chuck my body downstairs and do a better trick and then hurt myself and heal, right? I didn't want to work as a nutritionist. I had zero interest, even though I was in school for it. I just wanted it for myself. I saw Doug and he was glowing. Like, he was just on fire. Every cell in my body was just like, listen to him. So I went to every one of his lectures. At the end of the night, I talked to him. He graciously gave me some of his time. And, I asked him as many questions as I could. The next day I went raw vegan 100%. And within those first 24 hours, my heart center burst open. I was crying walking down the street. Literally I connected with my purpose. I saw everyone as love, everyone as deserving of love and attention and care and compassion. And I just felt so open and so connected to source that I was like, this is it. I am love. This is it. This is what I'm here for. I want people to feel this. And many times throughout my life, I felt like if I could just tap people on the head and have them feel what I feel, it would make the biggest difference. Because in that moment, I was just like, I was glowing too. I was like a conduit of truth, and everything